Paige.
And I'm JT.
Today we're going to be making pride flag sugar cookies. We basically just looked up a recipe of plain cut out sugar cookies, and we're going to be adding dye and trying to make them into rainbow flags by ourselves, kind of winging it.
And we're going to try to not burn them or burn this apartment down or...
Yeah. Okay, so for this recipe we're going to need flour, sugar, baking powder, eggs, butter, and vanilla. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. To start off, I'm going to put the flour and the baking powder into the smaller bowl.
And I'm going to put sugar and this butter into the large bowl and whisk it until it is creamed together. We're supposed to do that in a stand mixer, but we don't have one of those.
Please send us one.
Yeah. I don't know why they say make it cold and like cut into small chunks, because it's gonna have to be hot before it's mixed in anyway. So this is my butter that is supposed to be cold and cut into chunks. I need 1 cup of sugar. This is not gonna work.
Not bad.
For the camera. This is not gonna work. Not a chance in the universe this is ever gonna be fluffy.
Would you like to use the potato masher? That's actually kind of working. I mean, I'm completely stuck to that. Here, use this.
Fun fact about me. This stuff is actually delicious, as you might guess, because it's literally just sugar and butter. One time in middle school when I was in 6th grade, I got home from school and I was home alone for like 2 hours before anyone else got home. So I made basically a whole measuring cup worth of sugar and butter and just ate it with a spoon. And then later that night, my parents made us go to Wendy's, even though I threw a temper tantrum about how much I hated Wendy's. And then I threw up, obviously, because I ate a measuring cup worth of butter and sugar. But I told my parents that it was from Wendy's and they never made me eat there again. This is actually starting to work. We switched to the potato masher because that's all we have, really. The next thing that I have to add, now that this is finally fluffy, is 1 egg and 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I almost just spilled that everywhere because I like put it down faster than gravity.
You don't have almond extract.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, well.
It'll be great.
That's good.
It'll just...
It looks like scrambled eggs. It really does. Look at that.
It really does.
This is not going to turn into cookies.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
How many college grads does it take to make a cookie?
Stop eating it.
I can't help it. We're just gonna cut out every time I eat it.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
For everyone watching at home, please take a shot every time Sage eats some of the dough.
This is a family-friendly channel.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it?
Yes, please. You're gonna have to just do the last part with our hands. I want to eat this.
Oh, I really want you to throw up again.
But it's so good.
How are you feeling about Wendy's today?
No. Okay, put the rest in and then I'm gonna mush it with my hands.
You do that.
You did a good job mixing that.
Thank you.
I can't do this. I feel like it's not evenly mixed up. Oh my goodness. This is not working out. It's not supposed to be falling apart like that. It's supposed to be like dough. Okay, now I think we should just divide it into little balls so we can dye them different colors.
Do we have to roll it out or something?
No, we need to mix in the food coloring. We need to get this divided into 6 balls for the 6 colors of the pride flag. I'm doing a terrible job. Okay, so what colors do we need? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. We should have maybe doubled the recipe, except for we don't possibly need that many cookies.
We also need one more. Alright,
Okay,
this is pretty good.
I think that's good. Now we need a small bowl. This is going to take so much food coloring. My hands are soaked in food coloring. I'm going to look like I killed someone by the end of this.
I don't know, I feel like you compare it to that one.
It's very pink.
It's basically red.
JT, cannot be trusted.
In general, or because I'm colorblind?
Because you're colorblind.
It does look like I think it's pretty good.
You know? Basically, it takes forever to mix the food coloring in. We're gonna put them all in the fridge now and let them cool for an hour, and then we'll be back to roll them out. We're back. These have been sitting in the fridge for like a long time. They're like little rocks now. The plan is we're gonna roll each one into like a, I don't know, this big layer, like however fat we want the stripes, and then we'll stack them all so that we can like cut them out the way you do those logs of sugar cookie that come and you like chop them and they have the pattern in them. That's kind of what we're going for, but they'll be rectangles, so easier. We're gonna have to microwave these because this is not gonna roll out. It's like beyond rock hard. So now we are microwaving these to undo the refrigerating part because I don't know why we did that in the first place. It just said to in the recipe, but
We follow directions.
now roll.
I don't know if a rolling pin is quite the thing. We're gonna have cookies that are like this thick.
Yes,
And
we're
then,
gonna
like,
have
this
like
big.
5 very small cookies. Seconds. Oh my god.
It's fine. It's fine.
We need to do it in reverse rainbow order so that you can just flip them. Okay, so right now we're trying to roll them out onto tin foil so that way we can pick them up and stack them. Hopefully that will work, but oh no. And now we're gonna stack them.
Okay.
I don't know about this.
Alright, well hopefully that was spot on. Actually, that turned out alright. This is holding its shape
It's very
pretty well.
flat though. And then we can cut it.
Boom. Pride.
This is actually going really well. I didn't think it would go this well at all. We're gonna pause and cook 4 of them before we mess them all up at once.
Because this was a lot of work. And
Yeah.
It was like we had to do it all again.
JT's gonna take them out of the oven now.
Moment of truth. I think.
That worked well enough, so we're gonna make a whole tray more. Look at them. Are they so pretty? Ah, I love them. Cookies.
These are pretty good.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Cheers.
They did turn out way better than I thought they would.
You have no faith in me whatsoever.
No.
Okay, now that we're all done with everything, we're back with some tips and things we learned along the way. Our first tip is there's no need to refrigerate the dough in between making it and rolling it out. It just makes it harder, and as you saw from our video, we ended up microwaving it anyway to undo the refrigeration. Along with that though, we did put them in the freezer for 10 minutes before putting them in the oven, which prevents them from spreading out, and they'll stay in shape.
Second, this recipe gets you about 20 cookies, but that kind of depends on a few things. First, that depends on how wide each color of dough is. If you make it wider, obviously it's going to make fewer cookies that are longer. If you have it shorter, then you'll have thinner cookies, but you'll have more of them. Another thing is that the more perfectly you make your rectangles for each color, the less you'll have of cookie crumbles, which is something we have a lot of. You can kind of see here, they're kind of just all over the place. We decided to just throw them in the pan and just cook them.
The next tip is that when you're rolling out each color of dough, you need to do it on tinfoil or parchment paper. There's no way that you would be able to pick it up with a spatula or anything. It would just crumble into a million pieces. Put it on some sort of tinfoil or parchment paper and flip it in order to stack the layers of dough. Our last tip is that we originally put tinfoil on top of all of the cookies when we baked them because we were worried that it would get brown on the top and discolor the flag. It turns out that that wasn't necessary. We cooked some cookies each way and it didn't make any difference. The only thing that changed was if we put tinfoil on the top, it took like twice as long to cook. That is keeping in mind this recipe called for the oven to be on 350 degrees. If it was in the 400s, we probably would have needed tinfoil to stop the tops from browning. That's all we have for today, and we'll have new videos every Tuesday at noon.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you like our videos, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.